What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. I think in today's episode, I'm gonna make this a random talk because I'm like, there's a bunch of different things I want to talk on. So, yeah, it's gonna most likely because I think I want to talk on this video game that I've been playing a crap ton of past like pretty much this whole week. And that's the Division. I want to talk on that. I want to talk on how I block people from saying first on my YouTube channels, or more so on my main YouTube channel. I don't really see it too much on my other channels, which is like good, but yeah, I guess to like talk on that, and then as the time goes on, I'll talk about other things. But no, so like I've been I've talked on this for a while now, like when people come to my channel and comment first, and it's something where I'm like, hey yo, did you even watch the video? Because it just kind of defeats the purpose of clicking on the video. Like, you click on the video to watch it. Like, I know I don't click on videos just to comment first. Like, that's just something that I don't do personally, but people do it. And me, I'm like, I don't like it. Like, I honestly, it's like one thing that I wish like that would stop on the internet. Like, like let's make that a thing of 2021, and just like for the remainder of like the internet existence, people clicking on stuff and actually commenting like something on it. Like, and it'll be like simple stuff like a photo. I'm like, bruh, you don't even have to, like, all you just have to do is just look at the photo and just be like, oh, like nice shoes or nice outfit, or for women, be like, oh, your makeup looks really good, or your nails look really nice, your dress looks nice. That's a nice car in the background. Hey, look at that bird. It's doing some weird dance in the background. Like you're saying something like on what you clicked on. But that's why I'm like, I don't understand. Like, the first thing that you want to do is comment first. And it's crazy because people have like gotten on me about like being like, discussing that, being public about how I feel about that. And they've gotten on me about it. I'm like, fam, this is my channel. I should be allowed to say what I want to say on my channel. Like, that's why I'm like, at times it's just, it's honestly, it's best to like stay, away from like comments and all that crap. Like, being a content creator, I think it's just, all it just really requires is that you keep like posting your content, keep doing your thing. But at times I'm like, yeah, the comments, it's like, it's just crazy, like yeah, it's just excuse me, it's just wild. I'm like, bro, I know if I say any more and it's gonna be more people getting offended, so that's why I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it at this. I don't like it, so I blocked it. People, like on YouTube, they have it where it's like, oh, when people comment first, like you can type it up, because I made sure it's like you can't type up any form of first, and yeah, I just have it blocked. So I'm gonna leave it at that, But anyways, then I've been playing this game called The Division 2. So for those that don't know too much about this game, it's kind of like based off of like what's going on in the world right now with this pandemic and virus, but it's a little bit more serious in this video game. In the video game, it's like, you got people that went like, well, I mean, people did kind of go crazy, but not like super crazy like in this game. Like in the game, they got people running up and down streets with flamethrowers. You got people attacking you, special like agents, rogue agents. Like, you got like literally half the world attacking you, and then you are playing as a division agent that you end up like creating and stuff. That's what I like about The Division, because it's like, it's a game where it's like you create a character and you like write the story. It's not like, I don't mind like story based games, but I always like playing a game where it's like you create the character and you're, it's like it's you. Like, it ain't like some made up person. It's like, it's you. It's like your fantasy. It's like, what you got going on and stuff. But no, and the reason why I say that is because there's this bowling game that's available where it's like they don't have it where you can't create no character. They give you all these like just random people. But that's like the one thing that I noticed about that game, and I think the developers had seen me talk on that, was that there's no black people in that game whatsoever. Like, none. There was no black people in the crowd. There was no black people that you can play as. And I was like, fam, what is this? Like, black people, no, not even that. They had it like, I don't know, maybe I just missed out on something in the game, like I wasn't really paying attention, but to me it looked like everybody was white. Maybe there was like a Hispanic person, maybe there was an Asian person, maybe there was a Middle Eastern person, maybe. But there's a lot of white people in that game, even in the crowd. I'm like, fam, black people are into bowling, okay? Like, I'm gonna just, you know what? Nah, let me look it up real quick. I'm gonna look up black bowlers, and if none pops up, then I'm gonna declare myself as one. Black bowlers. He's the only active black bowler to have won a major pro. Okay, so like Gary, Faulkner. That's how you say his name, Gary Faulkner, Jr. Okay, okay. Yeah, it's like you look it up, there's like black bowlers. I'm like, fam, why do you guys assume that there's like no black people that go bowling? I'm like, man, if you seen my life, I'm like, that's like that's like one of the things that I love doing. And it's because of this, pandemic, I couldn't really do it, but oh yeah, like it's one of those things that I'm like, I've done it for numerous birthdays. It never gets old. I always compete with my family. It's like one of the funnest things I can possibly do, like with my family. Like, so it's just I playing that game. I'm like, fam, like black people be bowling, okay? Like, I'm gonna just say that right now. I don't think there was like nothing with the developers. I just think that they probably thought like, oh, there's no black. I'm like, look, there's like proper black people that go bowling, there's hood black people that go bowling, there's people that's in the middle, they proper but they got some hood mixed in them. Then it's like, there's like freaking everybody can bowl. All right, it doesn't matter. They even had it where that one lady, this is on that TV show, My Strange Addiction. She had super long toenails and she had super long fingernails. And I remember they had to like tape the shoes like around her feet, and she had to like hold the bowling ball in a certain way. And guess what her race was? She was black. To me, I'm like, I feel like that was like, if people don't watch like them bowling competitions on TV, people definitely watch that episode of My Strange Addiction. Like, that TV show is crazy. It's like, to talk on that show real quick. That show is wild. Some of the things that they have on there. Men making out with cars. The one lady, she ate her husband's ashes. That episode, for those that have never watched that show is pretty wild. They had one girl on there. I think that was what made that show go really viral, was the woman on there. She was drinking gasoline. And it's like, I don't think you understand, like, gasoline is meant for cars, like, I'm just saying that just in case you forgot, because I'm like, there's like certain things about cars that they have that a person doesn't have, and that's why gasoline is meant to be put in those cars to, get them like filled up and going back and forth between places. So that's why I'm like, it confused me, seeing her drink gasoline, and I'm like, hey, I just want to let you know that that's not healthy. Like, I'm just saying, like, like, you might think that it tastes good, like, and I'll admit, gasoline, like, it be smelling good. Like, fam, when I be going to gas stations, I just be sitting there for a second, just like, man, this smells good. Like, seriously, like, I'm telling you, there's other people that think the same way. I remember my sister, she said that she likes the smell of gasoline. I remember there were some friends of mine, they said that they like the smell of gasoline, so people out there exist. I mean, like, that's okay, though. It's okay to smell it. And even then, I think I heard somewhere, actually, they said, no, it's not okay to smell gasoline. So I know for the longest, I was holding my breath going to gas stations. But I think I heard, like, I don't know. It's like, it could be one of those, like, rumor things. I really don't know. But anyways, but yeah, it's like, smell it. Don't drink it. But I think probably the wildest was the lady and her husband's ashes. Like, that was wild. So the whole backstory on that was that she didn't want to get rid of. So I guess like she was bringing her like husband, because her husband of course passed, and so she was bringing his ashes like everywhere she went. Which is like, okay, like that, I can 100% understand that, like if you something like that, that would be hard to let that's like hard to let go of. Like a person you in love, then spent your whole life with them and stuff, and they're just up and gone. Like yeah, no, I'll admit, like I probably would have been going along the ways of her and stuff, where it's like I'm bringing my loved ones' ashes left and right. But so I guess like she had opened it, and I can't remember why she said she opened it. I'm like, that was your mistake right there. You shouldn't even have opened the thing. Like, you should have just left it. Just like kept it there. Cause I'm like, I wouldn't have opened it. Cause I've been like, bro, I've been scared. Like, I open it, somebody bumps into me. Next thing you know, my wife is scattered all across. I couldn't even go to one of them oceans or Grand Canyons or freaking mountaintops and scatter her ashes. No, her ashes got scattered in the middle of Denny's. Like, that's something that I don't really, want to talk, or, like, they like, or like, yeah, we have kids, and they're all like, oh, where's mom's ashes? I'm like, in a garbage bag no, I couldn't. I've been like, bruh, I said, look, don't nobody walk in this area, okay? I said, no, I'm like, y'all better, like, get some chairs, get something, block out this whole area, because there is, like, a Denny's, there's a Walmart, there's a super Walmart, then there's a Denny's, like, outside that. I would have ran full speed into that, Walmart, got one of those, like, handheld vacuum cleaners, one of those, like, them small ones, vacuumed her all up, and I've been like, that's wild. That would be wild. But no, so the lady, so she accidentally had wasted some of her husband's ashes on her, and she didn't want to get rid of them. She didn't want to like brush it off, because she's like, oh, that's like getting rid of him or something. So she just started eating. So she ate it off of her shirt, and then she was like, then I realized that it tastes good. So then she started eating more of it, and I'm like, you have to understand that that's not normal. Like, no, that is not normal. You cannot convince me otherwise. Like, oh, like, I think in a situation like that, I would have had to brush my wife. Like, I understand that that's messed up, but I'm like, hey, that's why we have photos, videos. I would imagine, like, in a situation like that, like, I'm not gonna get rid of her clothes. Like, I'm still gonna keep her clothes there, in the closet and stuff. Like, cause it's like, that's a loved one. I can understand, why she's so attached, but I'm saying, like, that, I feel like that is going too far. I'm like, that's not right. I'm like, that's not right at all. But what other things have they had on that episode? The one lady, she didn't want to get rid of a pillow that she's had since, I think she said she was like since she was a kid. And that pillow was brown. Like, the pillow, because she was black. The pillow was like blacker than her. Like, I was like, man, that you need to get rid of that. She had, like, it trips me out when people be on that show. And because that just lets me know that, like, hey, yo, love is real. Like, love is real. When you got people out there eating rocks, and they got a boyfriend or a girlfriend, because there was one lady on there that was doing that. When you got people that what else? She was drinking, or not drinking, but she was sniffing Pine Sol. And that lady, yo, you would thought that it was like drugs or something. Like, that lady was legit, like, rocking back and forth, just sniffing Pine Sol. And I'm like, hey, yo, like, Pine Sol smells good, but that's like after you done put it down and then cleaned up something, and then it's like the aftermath of it. But when you're just sitting there in, like, in aisle 7 of Target sniffing Pine Sol, well, what is aisle 7 again? Because I know they got, like, aisle 7, that's like, no, it's like probably like aisle, like, maybe like 10 through 15, because they got, like, that area where it's like the makeup and the hair care products and toothpaste and all that crap. And that's like, so they'll probably be like aisle like 13, 14 or something like that. I'm like, yeah, you off up in aisle 13, 14 in Target sniffing Pine Sol. I told you to leave. I've been like, man, you either gotta buy it or you gotta go. You gotta do something, but you can't be in the aisles, sniffing stuff, because that's gonna creep out people, and they're gonna come to me, and that's just gonna make my day longer. So we can't have that. All right, so you gonna have to wrap that up, because I'm like, that ain't normal. So, but yeah, like, people be on that show acting wild. Like, for those that haven't watched that show, watch you some of or just go on YouTube and just look up My Strange Addiction, and guaranteed you're gonna be seeing some wild stuff. So. Yeah, My Strange Addiction, that show is crazy. I don't even think that show comes on anymore. I think they since then taken that show off. Probably because then people was like writing back to the show saying, hey, you got me on TV looking crazy. Like, I'm like, cause you are like, like I don't think you understand that. Like, no, cause you are crazy. You off up on TV out there. One dude was in love with his car, and he was like, and I was like, man, imagine if he got into a car accident. He gets into a car accident, he gonna be like that lady. He gonna be eating car parts and stuff, talking about, oh, I didn't want to get rid of her, so I left her there, and I just started, eating on. I'm like, bro, you eating on a car? Like, that's not normal. How many times have you heard people eat a car? Like, and never. So I'm like, y'all need to chill on that. But anyways, moving on. Oh yeah, then today I got these Jordans that I've been having my eye on for the longest, and I love how these Jordans look. It's like these like Volt and gold, like that's what I call them, the Volt ones, because it has like this like Volt green on the ankle part. But it's honestly, it's a dope looking shoe though. I'm like, man, I'm gonna do a video on it probably either tomorrow or probably tonight. I don't know. I am gonna play like a little bit of the division and try to get this weapon in there called the Bullet King, or at least like work on like getting closer to getting that weapon, or at least unlocking some other crap. But no, I like these shoes. I told because Tadia, shout out to her, friend of mine's. But no, like she has a YouTube channel, so if you guys could go subscribe to her, show her love, show her some support and stuff. But no, I was telling her because there's these where she's like, I think she just recently got into sneakers, and so I'm like, nah, I feel like I'm like that friend on standby, like she's gonna be like, hey, what are these shoes called? I'm already gonna know the name of them and stuff. Cause no, there's a store, and I found out about that store through her. There's a store in the area where we live at called Grail Finders, and they have like a website. So if you guys want to go check them out, that's cool too. But no, she posted a photo where she was wearing some like some OG like bread ones, and that tripped me out because I'm like, it's like I feel like that there's only very few of my friends. Like it's me and childhood friend slash brother of mine. It's like grown up with him. He's been in shoes like a lot longer than I have. But it's like me and him. Like other than that, like I really don't know any other like close friends of mine that's into shoes. Like I tried getting Four Souls. Like I know I did give away a pair of Jordans to Zach from Four Souls, because them shoes is just too small for me. I'm like, that's the thing about Jordan, Air Jordan 1s. It's either true to size or half a size up. Like, them my go-to sizes, but I cannot wear a 9.5. I tried wearing a 9.5, and yeah, them shoes, they got given right to Zach, because I'm like, I can't wear them shoes. But anyways, even then I was just like, I don't know, like I'm gonna try to work on getting my friends into sneak, but nah, I ain't gonna do that to them, because I'm like, then they're gonna get carried away like I did. Bro, I'm telling you, a sneaker addiction is real. Like, you would legit just be chilling one day, next thing you know, because see, I think I've talked on it before. Like, it all just started with like Adidas running shoes, and then I was like, okay, well, I got all the video, because I know when I started working in downtown Seattle, and I was like, okay, I was making good money and stuff, so I was like, I got everything that I need, and I'm like, well, what else do I do now? And then next thing you know, I walk past Champs and Foot Locker. It was all over. So I'm like, now it's like I went from like literally hating on sneakers to loving sneakers. Like, it's crazy to think, like, 10 years ago, like I was just over here telling friends like, oh, it's dumb to spend $200-300 on Jordans, when the Jordans that I got today is actually worth $300 versus like they were going, or the retail price I think was like $190. I'm looking them up on StockX right now, but I wanted to get these other ones, these other Jordans, but they got like a suede material going on them, and I'm like, I try to stay away from like suede material shoes, because they it can fade and then it gets dirty a lot easier. But it's like, these shoes ain't no better because they're almost all white and stuff. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to be careful with these shoes. But StockX must the app must not be working, because I'm like, fam, I don't understand. Like, okay, well, I think it was like 190, 200, some crap like that. But anyways, what else can I talk about? I don't even know. Like, I created a clan in the Division 2, so if you guys want to join it, that'd be dope. It's called Wastelanders. Yeah, and overall, I need to make a video on that. That's what I need to make. There's a lot of videos I need to make tonight, tomorrow, I need to go outside and do this vlog that I've been saying I was gonna do for the longest. Cause I got me a GoPro camera, and I've been trying to get me a GoPro camera for like 9 years now. Like, I remember I went to Disneyland years ago, like back in 2012, and I remember seeing GoPro cameras in there, and I didn't get them. And I was like, I should have got. Well, I'm actually glad that I waited. I'm glad that I waited because I got like a much more better and modern camera and stuff. Wasn't like the GoPro camera I seen then was bad. Like, them GoPro cameras is nice, but yeah, I was like, years in the making of trying to get me a GoPro camera. So yep, I got one, and I need to go outside and record me some videos with it because, yeah, I'm like, I need to do that. So, anyways, yeah, expect a lot of videos, bro. Honestly, I should just do a whole episode talking on the videos I got coming out for you guys, because it's probably like hundreds of reaction videos, and then just multiple videos from my, like, all of my channels. I got videos coming out. I got ideas built up for literally all of my channels and stuff. So, I need to open up the journal because I know there was like some video ideas that I had in there. But other than that, yeah, there's a crap ton of videos coming out for all my channels. So stay tuned, because this year, with me at least, it's going to be a pretty busy year. So anyways, yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. What else? Subscribe to one of my 31 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, or Instagram at TMossBoss. Like my Facebook page, TMossBoss fan page. And yeah, until then, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.